Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to insert images into a Microsoft Word document, and then we'll show you how to do things such as resize them, rotate them, change their order, and so on. Alright, so we have this Word document about a beach day here. So we're going to insert our first image. So we're going to go to the Insert menu here. Then we have Pictures. So you have three options here. One is this device, which will let you pick a picture from your computer that you have saved on your hard drive. Then you have stock images, so these are some free images that you could add and you could do a search for them. You're not really going to find what you're looking for when you do search for them using this method. And then we have online pictures, which will do a web search for whatever you're looking for, and then you could insert one of the results from there. Okay, so we're going to pick this device. We're going to insert this beach background here. Now you can see it's rather small, so we could just click on the corner here to drag it to resize it. So one thing I will note is that when you enlarge an image, it tends to lose quality. When you shrink it down, it doesn't, but when you enlarge it, it will. If it's a low quality image to begin with. So, some images you could stretch out quite a bit and they'll look just fine. Some images you stretch out a little bit and then they start to look kind of grainy. Okay, so now we have our picture in there, but as you can see, if I press enter, it moves along with the text. But that's fine because this is our background image, so we're going to leave it right here anyways. Okay, so now we're going to put our next image on the page here. We'll do this beach ball. And now you can see it put it underneath the first image because it's still in line with the text, so if I press enter, it'll move it down. Alright, so what we want to do is click on it, and then you'll have this little pop-up thing here for layout options, and you could also get to those from here as well under position and text wrapping. So you might want to play with these to see which work the best for you, but what I find usually works well and without having to go here is just to click on the last one here in front of text. So if you're doing some images within your text, you could do text wrapping where it wraps the text around the image. But we're just doing a simple picture here with no text, so I'm going to pick this one here. And now you can see it makes it a free moving image and it's not in line with the text any longer. And so now I can shrink it down and put it wherever I like on the page. Okay, so let's do another one. I'm going to show you another problem you might run into here. Alright, let's add this puppy here. Do the same thing. Shrink it down. So now you can see this has a white background, so that obviously isn't going to look right on the page there. So for pictures like this, you're going to need to remove the background or make it transparent, as it's also known. So we have some videos on how to do that for free, so I'll put some links in the description on how you could do that and you could try it out. And one thing I will say is depending on how complex the background is will determine how well it's going to work. Especially with the free versions. If you have something expensive like Photoshop, then it'll do a much better job. But if you just want to remove basic backgrounds, the free version should work. Alright, so let me get rid of this. And I already have one that is transparent, so let me insert that. Do the same thing here. Okay, so now we have our dog on the beach here. Alright, so I'll put one more image in here. And one thing I will note too, see how this picture is highlighted or selected? If I were to insert a picture now, it would replace this. So make sure you're clicked off of it before you insert the next picture. Alright, do the same thing. Alright, we'll resize it here. Alright, so let's say I didn't like that angle. You can see this little rotate symbol up here. If you click on that and then move your mouse, you could rotate it whichever way you like. So let's try it like that. Make it a little smaller. And there we go. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Alright, so let's say I move this here and I want to have the dog behind the ball or the ball in front of the dog, however you want to say it. Alright, a couple ways to do that. So you could either bring the ball forward or send the dog backwards. So you could get to that from this picture formatting menu, or you could get to it from the layout menu, you have the same options here. So the picture formatting menu, you'll notice when I click off the picture, it goes away. When you click on it, then it brings it up. So this menu will only appear when you have an image selected. Alright, so for this I'm going to send the dog backwards. So you can send backwards, which will send it back one level, so behind the ball. Or you could send to back, which will send it to the back of however many pictures you have in front of it. So let's say I had the umbrella and the ball in the same, blocking the dog here, and I did send to back, it would send it behind everything. So I'm just going to go send backwards to send it back one level here. And now you can see the ball is in front of the dog. And if I wanted to, rearrange things, I could do so easily. Just like that. Alright, so that is your basic overview of how to insert pictures into Microsoft Word and then also how to rearrange them. So once again, just choose your background image first, and you could usually leave it in line with text. You don't have to, so if you do the same thing, you can make that free moving, and then you can move everything, including the background, around the page. So that's up to you. I didn't need to in this case because I'm leaving it here, but you might need to do that, so keep that in mind. Alright, and then just go to Insert, choose your picture, place it in there, decide if you need to rotate it, if you need to move it around, or if you need to change it to where it needs to be moved in front of or behind another picture, and just use the correct option up here. Alright, so it's pretty simple to do, and one thing I will note is that Control-Z or undo is your friend, so if you mess something up, just undo it, and that way you could fix your mistake and get things looking the way you want. Alright, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.